Hey guys, welcome back for the part two. As I gave you the generalized information in my previous video, part one, about exploitation, about not trusting people, about my health conditions, about my a very generalized statements about um, my place of birth and where did I come from. So in this video, I'm gonna be sharing a little bit more details about my journey since the day I was born till today. I hope you guys are ready to hear what I have to say. I understand that, and I appreciate it that you guys are here with me. Please forgive me if you see anything inappropriate. Again, this is a disclaimer, just to make things more clear and not to have any sort of liability. This video is my personal experience. Is not a fiction story, and this video is not about hate speech, discrimination. Is this video is just to share my experience with you guys so that you guys know what you need to do and how you can make things better for yourself. So yeah, coming back to the point, my childhood, my teenage, and an adult. So I'm just gonna give you again very generalized, very short statements about uh, everything. So because my mind has been through so much that it is even excruciating for me to um, put all the pieces together and give you guys a more clear picture. So yeah, in my childhood was I don't even remember most of it honestly. So my teenage, and then all the way to towards adulthood. So these two phases of my life that's been really challenging, I would say, and really agonizing. So where as I have been controlled, I've been manipulated by my relatives, by my own family. Things were imposed on me, whether it's whether to take a financial decision or whether to take my own life decisions, whether to take any sort of steps that I had thought of, because I've always felt like I never belonged in a country that I mean, seriously, guys, I honestly um, never believed that I was born in a right country. So coming back to the point where in the previous video I talked about my communication skills. So it took me 15 years to be able to communicate the way I'm communicating. I never went to English school to learn to communicate in English. I've always scared to come up front and communicate in English. I was not able to do that because I was living in a hostile environment. The whole part of my journey from my childhood till today has been quite excruciating and quite agonizing. So it is really challenging and ambiguous to know where and which piece to put it all together. Once again, thank you so much, guys, for being here, listening to my journey and my personal experience. I hope after this, somebody they will get to know what they need to do, and authorities uh, they shouldn't be able to have enough information to, even if they know, they just they just can't, they just basically don't do anything, honestly. And coming back to the point where my childhood and teenage, I mean, I've always spent my life in um in a pain and forced culture, forced um, religion, that I was forced to go to prayers, I was forced to do fasting, I was forced to do the recitation. I'm not afraid of saying this out loud because I know that even if I'm being attacked today or if anything happens to me, I know I'm very well aware of this, that the people from my former community, they're gonna come after me after saying this, oh, who you are disrespecting our religion, and then you at the same time they're gonna say that, oh, okay, you are just discriminating, and then they from here to onwards things not gonna go in the right way. So I have a right. I have a right. I'm exercising my rights to um, share my personal experiences. And again, so I have lived my entire life in with those symptoms, high blood pressure, and the golden era years from 18 to all the way to 30, where I was supposed to have a good time, make friends, have social community. I have lost all of that privilege. But what I've always had was I was basically fed by my own people words to control me. They controlled me my entire life. I never knew anything, to be honest with you guys. Even my communication skills, as I mentioned earlier, that it took me 15 years to learn on my own, and I have, learned it through American plays, movies with subtitles, listening to songs with subtitles. At the age of my adulthood, when I became an adult, I was not able to understand anything. Even my relatives, they used to come to visit Pakistan. I was not able to understand. I mean, I even asked, I make fun of that. I don't know what language they are talking about. Either they are gibberish or something else. I never had any proper qualification. My pathways, my journeys being like full of downfalls, ups and downs, and failures until today. Whether to be a good person, I have failed. To be a good son, to be a good student, to be a good partner, to be a good boyfriend, I have failed in every aspect of um, of my life, and on every phase of my life until today. I have been failing, and some days, I mean, I became really frustrated, and I just wanted to end my life. And until today, I am suffering the consequences of these people. I never had a freedom to do things. The only freedom that I had was we can only give you money. We have given you the money to take care of, to go there, here, and there, to. But basically, I was never aware of any employment rights, any rights, until the day things became really hostile. I felt really trapped because I was controlled by my own people, and just to run away from that situation, um, I just had to, without telling them, I just had to flee from UK, and yeah, I was mocked on whether in front of people, in front of relatives, that the anger, the distress that just keep on building within me, and yeah. So over the years, I have faced. I was not able to complete my education. I was not able to do anything. I was dependent, and I kept on looking for a window to just run away from these problems, and to never face these problems. I'm happy who I have become, and I'm happy who I am. Whether you believe it or not, what happened to me was absolute truth. Just because people from Pakistan and different nationalities, they have used loopholes to take advantage of the government, and people like myself who have been transparent as much as they can and share all of the information with the evidences to the authorities, presented without knowing the rights, without knowing the procedure, without knowing about how to or where to go and seek assistance. And yet, people like myself are being seen as a as a culprit to the people. I was not just controlled, not exploited, but I was also threatened indirectly by my relatives who sponsored me. I was also I received numerous calls from these people trying to offer me documentations from different countries, trying to offer me to pay them the tax amount. They just did not took me for granted, but they also they made me work about 14 to 16 hours a day, and they were paying me £6 an hour. There are so many things that I wanted to talk about, guys, but due to some limitations, I cannot say the things that I like I said, I can share my experience. A person who does not have any degree, who does not have any proper qualification. So whatever the information I could get from last year till today, from the internet or with the help of AI, I use it. I just presented it. Whether I made mistakes, whether I made so many errors. But my question to you is whether you are a judge, whether you are from any department, from any place, from any country, what I have done ever wrong, or what did I do wrong ever to you to deserve this kind of treatment? I never lied about anything. And the funny thing about these exploiters, just because they cannot, from Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan, these are the countries that are mostly involved in exploitation. And Pakistan is on the top list. And I'm not just making this up. I have experienced it, and I'm sharing my story with you guys. So before I come to that point, I want to take you guys back to the previous video where I just talked about my mental health disabilities that I was diagnosed with, and then high blood pressure. So that just did not affect my relations. That's my mental health disabilities and my high blood pressure. And doctors, I have done everything to find out the cause. And until today, there is no cause of these problems. Why I was, gifted these or born with these disabilities, or had to suffer throughout this with these abilities until today. I've always felt like that I am a different from all of the 9 billion peoples. My thinking, my way of communication is completely different from the people. I don't hate anybody. I just don't want Pakistani or any Asian community around me. I don't hate anybody. But just because I don't get well along with these people, I don't want them around me. So these symptoms just affected my ability to recall. I had ADHD as well, which was diagnosed, and these are not self-diagnosed symptoms. I have seen people claiming to be, that they are having these problems, they are having these problems. The government knows, authority knows, everybody knows. As of today, even in UK, HMRC knows, Home Office knows very clearly that these sponsors, these people they are exploiting. But just because they can get away easily with the documentation, they can show that, oh, we are not doing anything wrong, everything happening according with the law. So the HMRC and any regularity body, they're not willing to do anything. They can't do anything because people like us, we are suffering. So yeah, I hope you guys understand, and I hope I'm not offending anybody. But this is a very clear story. I have like few different bits of it, which is why I'm just giving you guys a little bit of everything, little bit of story about my journey and what happened to me, what I've been through. So these symptoms are, until today, affected my ability to forget things, and it is excruciating to remember those things and to recall those things, present those information very clearly. I'm not good at answering questions because of these problems, because of these health issues and health disabilities. I never wanted to bring this to you guys, but I have suffered and I am suffering. Why? Why haven't you guys taken this into consideration to be able to teach people their rights? Not everybody who come from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, or any other country knows where to go, where to seek assistance, what to do when in trouble. And not just that only. I mean, I have seen a lot of people from Pakistan, a lot from Indian people, they have used forged document to obtain visa. They have paid money to employers, and employers are happily taking money from them to sell them these skilled worker visas. Why do you think that these sort of problems are happening? And people, vulnerable people like us, who are genuinely facing the consequences, who has been through this excruciating journey, are the one called culprits? Why? And I'll see you in the next video, guys. The rest, the final part, I want to talk about few things, a few very unbearable things, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.